Let's take a look at the day ahead on this Wednesday, June 18th here at Capital OTB on Capital OTB TV and Capital OTB Bet. Early on, some Royal Ascot, high quality racing. It's probably the highest quality meet in the world, really, with 5 days and grade ones and always a lot of fun. So Royal Ascot early, move on to Churchill Downs, Finger Lakes, Delaware, Horseshoe Indy also a little bit later in the afternoon, Canterbury Park. And then on the Selkie side of things on this Wednesday, Northfield, Yonkers, Hoosier, and Ocean Downs, all right here again on Capital OTB TV and via Capital OTB Bet. Normally, I don't mention jackpot carryovers because of the situation. You know, that you only pick it up if there's a lone winner. And so there's always a carryover at the jackpot tracks. But I will note that the jackpot carryover currently at Churchill is over $800,000. So worth a look. It's a 20-cent increment, so keep that in mind for Churchill today with the big carryover. Again, it's a jackpot bet, but you know, the consolation with big numbers like that can be all right. Good news as far as winter racing. It looks like Churchill and Louisiana have settled their differences. They were playing a little bit of a game of chicken, and Churchill is threatening not to open fairgrounds this coming season, given the situation with their historical racing machines, which the Supreme Court down in Louisiana essentially nixed. Churchill didn't take kindly to that and said, we will not be renewing our license. And again, it looked like a little bit of a game of chicken was forming, but they've had a meeting and cooler heads prevailed. So it looks like they will be back again this winter at fairgrounds, which is good news. Speaking of good news, Santa Anita, their spring meet handle up almost 5%. Those are pretty good numbers. You have to wonder if that has some kind of an effect with the end of racing in Northern California, which is the bad news out there, but maybe it played well down at Santa Anita. This was numbers on their spring meet. They have the winter spring meet, and then starting in April, a spring meet that ended this past weekend. And again, handle up 4.8%. A few more races, not significant. 284 races at this meet as compared to last year, 275. So a little move forward on the number of races, but it was a good news, again, the handle for the meet. The leading jock and trainer, Antonio Freixo, becomes the leading jock at the meet, and Phil D'Amato, the leading trainer out there. And Penn National kind of looking at the weather and deciding once again to move the Penn Mile card. The Penn Mile card was originally scheduled for May 30th. Penn Mile is the highlight of their year, has a nice undercard of stakes as well. It was scheduled for May 30th. Looked like there would be inclement weather. They said, all right, let's push it to June 20th. Well, that's Friday, and it looks like there'll be weather again. Let's push it to June 27th. I've never heard of a situation like this with a major stakes card being shifted a couple of times, but that's the game plan. June 27th now down at Penn National for the Penn Mile card is the latest. All right, and speaking of the latest, let me give you the latest as far as promos and events here at Capital OTB. Coming up on Friday, the return of the Bounty Bet. It will focus on Woodbine. We normally do the late pick five. Well, I suppose this is the late pick five, but there's only one pick five on the card at Woodbine. So play that pick five, and you're in for a shot at the Bounty. Friday, Woodbine, play that pick five with your Capital Bets account. You're in for a shot at the Bounty. Coming up on Saturday here at the Clubhouse Racebook, a $100 win-a-bet contest. Have a little fun, extra fun here at the Clubhouse Racebook on Saturday. 711 Central Avenue in Albany with the win-a-bet contest. And I'll keep reminding you over the next few days, because coming up on Monday, a road trip. We're hopping in the car and heading out to Finger Lakes to cover a Monday card out at the Finger Lakes live. But there will also be a bankroll. The bankroll team, the entries will open up on Friday at capitalotb.com. So keep that in mind. A, we're going to be live from the Finger Lakes. B, there's a bankroll that you can start to enter to see if you can get on the team on Friday. So it should be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to our Monday trip to the Finger Lakes, and you're invited. Quick trip right up the turnpike. You turn off and maybe from the thruway exit, 5-10 minutes. Nice trip, and we always have a lot of fun out there. If you'd like to come, stop by our location on Monday afternoon at the Finger Lakes and say hello. All right, that's the day ahead and more here at Capital OTB.